Well, here we go again, folks. Episode 195 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, your boy, SaleenDriver. The longest running weekly Wednesday afternoon weekly live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. The show that constantly tries to portray itself as a show about nothing in particular. And every show we succeed in that because we go over all kinds of topics, depending on what kind of crap is thrown at me from the live chat. Ramajama Taylor is the first in the box. Speaking Spanish. Why? Floridian, one of my watch buddies, who may or may not be in Florida this week. Last week he was in Jacksonville. I assume you were in Jacksonville voluntarily and you weren't being held hostage there. But good to see you, sir. Nate the Great. Not late. No, Nate the Great is on time today. Floridian is in Jacksonville once again. You have my sympathy, sir. Oh, shit. I forgot to get my bottle of water. Hang on just a minute. Gotta have my bottle of water. Albert Sancho is here. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. No, this is not VicTube. This is my show. VicTube is my substitute host when I need one, but this is my show. This is my spot. And this is not VicTube. This is me. Is Napier losing his job after this weekend? Wants to know. Bailman wants to know. I think he should have lost his job already. I don't know that he'll. If he loses to Mississippi State, I don't know. I mean, it's a road game, so he won't piss off the home crowd if they lose to Mississippi State. I actually predicted that they'd win that game, and if they do win, they're 2-2, which I guess isn't terrible, especially considering Florida State is 0-3. Florida State is 0-3. Oh my God. I almost get a thrill up my leg when I say Florida State is 0-3. I love to hate Florida State. And Florida State being 0-3 and losing to the likes of Georgia Tech and Boston College and Memphis, that's just even better. And the schedule doesn't get any easier for them. Although they might win this week. I don't know. Who are they playing this week? Let me look that up. Of course, if any of you guys know, feel free to say so. Let's see. Florida, believe it or not, is favored by 6 points on the road against Mississippi State. So I don't know. Either the people in Vegas are stoned on their own product, or Mississippi State is really that bad. Florida State. What do they play at 7? Still looking. Nope, they don't play at 7. Here they go. They play California. at home. And Florida State is actually favored by 2.5 over Cal. A 7 o'clock game. It is on ESPN2, so a nationally televised game. Cal is actually 3-0 and fifth in the ACC, whereas Florida State is 0-3. But still, Florida State is favored by 2.5. I think I'd take Cal in that game. I think Norvell has lost the locker room at this point, especially if he keeps playing DJ or whatever the fuck his name is. Like Lou says, I don't name these people. I just try and pronounce them. Let's see. Matt Duman's here. Good to see you. Criminals down bad, says Baylor Man. That is true. Daniel Berry's here. Yes, Nate, that is Hanukkah to my ears. That is true. Hanukkah to my ears. This is an early Hanukkah present for me, seeing Florida State down that bad. I mean, Florida's down bad. This is going to be a bad year to be a Gator. But ride or die with that team. But at least Florida has won a game. It may have been against a high school team, but they still won a game. Battle Angel, the long-suffering, the most patient woman in all of YouTube, Battle Angel. Californication, that is true. People's Republic of Californication. Don't forget that. Yeah, Cal being in the ACC. I mean, what does ACC stand for now? All Coast Conference? I mean, I don't understand. How can a team in the People's Republic of Californication be in the Atlantic Coast Conference? That makes no fucking sense. Anyway, if Florida loses on the road to Mississippi State, a team that they're now, as I just mentioned, they're now favored to win by 6. You know, that could be the end for Napier. Should have been the end for Napier already, but I don't know. Let me pull up. I want to do this. I want to pull up the Gators' schedule. See if we can figure out when Napier is finally going to be fired. Sorry if my keyboard triggers you. Don't care. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's share the screen. Okay, hopefully you all can see that. Can you all see that? Good. Let's see. So, looking at the schedule from this week forward. By the way, Harvard starts their football schedule Saturday at noon as well. So, that's good. I think I'm still in the preseason predicted that the earliest that Napier would get fired is after the Tennessee game. Now, obviously, the sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. And I think the sooner the better, because then hopefully they can hire somebody before early signing day, which would be ideal. But I have been predicting that October 13th, the day after the Tennessee game, would be the day that the earliest that Napier gets fired. But I was truly convinced that after the Georgia game would be the day that Napier gets fired. Because Georgia is going to put a beat down on Florida on a national stage. Arguably, one of our two biggest rivals in college football is Georgia. Certainly our biggest in-conference rival. When Georgia does actually humiliate Florida in Jacksonville, I think Napier is done. Because at that point, I mean, let's say we beat Mississippi State on Saturday. Probably going to lose to UCF. Probably. Definitely losing to Tennessee. Probably going to lose to Kentucky. By the time we lose to Georgia, we're now on a 1, 2, 3, 4-game losing streak. The rest of the season, Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, it looks like we might actually beat Florida State this year. I had predicted at the beginning of the year that we were going to lose to Florida State. But, hey, it may be the team that we get to break a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-game losing streak and beat Florida State at the Doak. That might happen. But by the time we roll into Georgia, Florida could be on a 3-game losing streak, and if we lose to Mississippi State, a 4-game losing streak. So, it's not looking good for Napier. And you know what? I mean, in a perverse sort of way, if we lose to Mississippi State on the road, arguably a team that's worse than Florida at this point, that could be it. I mean, I've been seeing stories all over the place that the boosters have already raised the money to buy out Napier's contract, and Napier knows he's in big trouble, and he's saying all the right things, or he's trying to. That it doesn't matter. We're focusing on the game. I haven't lost the locker room. Blah blah blah. But if Napier loses to Mississippi State on the road in Stark Vegas, I think he's done. I really believe he's done at that point. But let's say he survives and he rolls into the UCF game at 2-2. Then he survives all the way to the Tennessee game, and then the day after the Tennessee loss will be the earliest that Napier gets fired, if he doesn't get fired after the Mississippi State game. So that's what I'm thinking. If he survives Mississippi State, he'll survive to the Tennessee game, and then that may be it for him at that point. Oh, Watch 6-2. How you doing, sir? Haven't watched college football in years. Oh, college football in the South, man, that's a religion. Sven, I still have a bet with Sven. It's $10, on the money line, win or lose, no points, no nothing, just whoever wins. But I have this feeling in my gut that I'm going to be sending. I don't know if I'll send €10 or $10. I don't know. I guess I'll just put in $10 into PayPal and let them do the conversion. Because I think $10. Well, let's see. Pull up my little handy dandy conversion app. No, not that one. Let's see. $10. $10 converts to almost €9. So I'd probably send €10 which would be $11.16. But either way, I'm going to be paying Sven money. And that's obvious. Let's see. Hang on a minute. Be right back. Yeah. So, yeah, you pay in euro. Okay. Well, I'll pay. Don't worry, Sven. I'm good for the money either way. Because I don't think that Florida can beat Mississippi State. I mean, they can't even defend the swamp. How are they gonna win on the road? That's just bridge too far. I'm gonna drop the link into the StreamYard. I wonder where Lou is. I wonder where Slim Shady Kane, who hasn't been on here in a couple of months, and where's Vic? I think Slim is mad at me. I don't think he wants to come on here anymore. I think I pissed him off. Well, I'll figure it out, Sven. But either way, you're getting money. You just you can just email me your PayPal ID at some point to SaleenDriverWatches@gmail.com. By the way, if anyone ever wants to send me an email, SaleenDriverWatches@gmail.com. It's on the channel description and whatever. I'll reply if it isn't junk. If it is junk, I just delete it. Anyway, and as I said, Harvard is starting their season. The Ivy League starts play on Saturday. And they start against Stetson. They're inviting Stetson up to Harvard Stadium. Stetson is 2-1 currently in the PFL conference. Was it Patriot Football League? I'm not really sure what that is. I'll look it up. Professional Fighters League? No. Pioneer Football League, sorry. Pioneer Football League. It is considered a Division I FCS school league. Let's see what teams are in there. Let's see. Teams like Butler, San Diego, Drake, Davidson, Morehead State, Presbyterian, Stetson, Dayton, St. Thomas, Valparaiso, and Marist. So, yeah. But anyway, that's who Harvard opens the season up against on the 21st. And I'm looking for great things from Harvard this year. I'm hoping that they have the wherewithal to go all the way to the Ivy League championship. There we go. will be for 4 days due to my sister's silver anniversary. Hey, congratulations. I'm not sure what silver anniversary is. I don't know what number that is. What is that, like 25th or something like that? Oh, I know you're not hiding, Sven. CJ is here. A wasp? Okay. Oh. Anyway. So moving on from the football, what does anyone want to talk about? Pick a subject, any subject. By the way, those of you who remember Libby, everyone's favorite Aussie, might be wondering where she is. She is doing well. Oh, silver anniversary is 25 years. Thank you, Sam. She is doing well. She is pregnant, actually. She is with child. I don't know when she is expecting. But she is probably just waking up. I think it's Thursday morning in Australia right now. CJ is a yellow jacket and a wasp. Okay. That's right. That's right. CJ is a Georgia Tech yellow jacket. Why is Baylor America's team this weekend? Why is that, Baylor man? Yeah. I don't know when Libby is due to give birth, but she and Scott are going to have a kid. And that is a great thing. Maybe it'll finally mellow her out a little bit. Jesus Christ. Raj. Baylor is facing the Colorado Dions. Yeah. I hope you wipe the floor with them, sir. Because any time that Deion Sanders can be humiliated is a good thing. Yes, definitely Battle Angel. Congratulations to Libby and Scott. And no, I don't know what they're having. I don't remember if she told me or not. I'm so bad with this shit. Really am. And I don't know. I hope it's a healthy child. What sex it is, it doesn't matter as long as it's a healthy child. Well, Sven is definitely in your corner, Baylor man. I think we're all in your corner. We all would love to point and laugh at Colorado being smashed by Baylor, mauled by the Bears, as it were. Me, I'm just kind of hoping that Florida could have a decent game. I personally, I think Napier's lost the locker room already. I mean, the players have to know that this man is not going to be around much longer. Why would they even be paying? Why are they going to bust their ass for a coach that is going to be there? So, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a great game. But it's a noon game. I think it's on ESPN. Let me look. Yeah, noon at ESPN. And Florida is favored by 6. They haven't played. Florida hasn't played Mississippi State since September 29th, 2018. So almost, 6 years? a week shy of 6 years. Obviously, don't get to play the Mississippi schools very often. And this year, we're going to play both of them. We're going to lose to both of them. And great news for me. I don't know if anyone else gives a shit about it, but hockey is starting up. The preseason starts on Saturday as well. So Bruins are not playing. They don't start until Sunday. They're playing the Rangers. I think this is a preseason game. And Boston hasn't signed their number one goalie yet, Jeremy Swayman. So, yeah, big problems for my Bruins already, and the season hasn't even started yet. And they're already fucking up on the contract. You know what? You need a number one goalie. You got Swayman still in uniform. Pay the man, for fuck's sake. Unbelievable. Stop screwing around. Pay the man what he's worth. And let's lock him in and make him happy and, make a run at the cup. Unbelievable. Don Sweeney is not a good general manager. He's not good. He should be let go. But they won't. They won't. That is true, Albert. Ole Miss is gonna tear UF apart. It's not going to be a pretty game. And absolutely correct, CJ. The only reason Colorado sells out the games is because of Neon Dion. When he leaves, Colorado will go back to being an afterthought in college football. They haven't been relevant in decades. Hell, I don't even know how they won a national championship. Of course, that was, a lot of people in this chat probably weren't even born when Colorado was relevant. I was around, but Anyway, what else do we want to talk about today? Nothing? Yeah. Hang on a minute. There we go. Okay. Football, maybe. Well, okay. Talk about football. Oh, we've been talking about football. What are you kidding me? I mean, oh yeah. Well, we can talk about the No Fun League. Here's all I'll say about the No Fun League. It's now a solid decade that I stopped watching that garbage. I know they're playing. Mostly I know is because the local news is always talking about the Bucks. That's about all I know about it. I know that they're playing. So, whoopee. They're playing. Yay. Are they still kneeling? I bet they are. Still can't hit anybody? got a bunch of flop artists out there on the field, whining and bitching about, load management or something. I don't know. Oh, Lou is here. The fruit will destroy the nose. Wait a minute. Syracuse is playing FSU? I didn't know that. I'm old AF. Okay. How long after chest pain should I go to the doctor? You had chest pain? Really? Well, before I answer that, let me ask you a question. If you actually had chest pain, where was the pain? Was it up near your did it extend into your left shoulder and your arm, or was it in the middle of your chest? And are you feeling dizzy? Upper left. Are you feeling dizzy, shortness of breath, or anything like that? Chest, no arm. Not dizzy. Okay. And if it were me, because yes, I am older than you by quite a bit, I would probably go to a doctor. Did you get hit by something? Did something hit you? Were you in were you in a car accident? Did you take a blow to the chest recently? Or did you fall? Maybe it was the Kentucky game. All that stress from the Kentucky game probably got to you. Well, geez, really? That's not a bad problem to have, Lou. I mean, it's a good thing you don't have to go to the doctor. Said I had to get on a waiting list. Well, I guess you could go to the ER or an urgent care place and get checked. I don't know if you've been having chest pain for a week and a half. I would see somebody about that. I wouldn't have waited that long. Yeah. I mean, if you're serious, Lou, I mean, a week and a half of chest pain, I would I'd head to the ER. See if you can get see if you can get somebody to take a look in there. Maybe you need an angiogram. Well, not angiogram, angioplasty. Yeah, I would say definitely at minimum, I would say you need an EKG. Every time I go to my general practitioner, which is twice a year at least, they always do a full body EKG. They hook sensors up to feet, legs, arms, chest, back, and then they run the damn thing, and neck, always the neck, and then they run EKG to see if there's any blockages or any problems with flow. I haven't had any. I actually have, believe it or not, I actually have excellent blood pressure. Well, I don't know how old Dandy Dandy is, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. They 2.0. They is back. Watching LuTube is proven to lower cholesterol, which lowers your chance of heart attack. True, but Lou doesn't watch LuTube. Lou creates LuTube, and therefore creating LuTube might be causing him stress. Vandy Dandy is 35. Okay. Been seeing that doctor for 25 years. That's a long time. If they fired you, why wouldn't they take you back? I mean, why would they be turning business away? I don't understand. That doesn't seem right. I'm sorry that's happening to you, Lou, but I think you gotta find somebody who can at least give you an electrocardiogram. Somebody's got to look in there and see why you've got chest pain. That could be a blockage. Why would you be yelling at piss poor coaching about two teams that you don't care about? I mean, damn, Lou. Like my parents always told me, you got to learn to pick your battles. Yeah, that's true. They might not like you. I tried to about a year and a half ago, when my blood sugar numbers started to spiral out of control again, I tried to get on with a couple of endocrinologists. I wasn't seeing an actual endocrinologist at the time, and I felt like I needed to go ahead and start seeing a specialist. And I couldn't get in to see any of the endocrines that were recommended to me because they didn't like my insurance. I mean, I have Blue Cross, for fuck's sake. What kind of doctor doesn't take Blue Cross? Blue Cross is everywhere. That's one of the reasons I picked Blue Cross, because I used to do medical billing for a living. And I know Blue Cross is omnipotent. They're omnipresent. They're all over the fucking place. So I finally found one, and that's the guy that put me on Ozempic, and one of the reasons I've lost 35 pounds. But that was a struggle for a while. The coaching was really that bad. I smoke and don't exercise, but other than that, well, maybe you ought to at least exercise a little bit, sir. A little bit. Walk. Go walking. You tried that for a while. We saw videos of you with your feet. That was entertaining. Not really, but okay. Well, Vandy Dandy, I kind of sort of don't agree with you on that, but you're welcome to your opinion. But I am neither young nor reasonably healthy. I'm pushing 60 and I have several problems. Oh, well, United Healthcare isn't bad, Lou. I personally would have gone with a PPO instead of an HMO, but, to each their own. I mean, if you want to believe that, Vandy Dandy, that's fine, but I would disagree. I mean, all the old people are on Medicare, which is taxpayer funded, so I guess I could see your point there. The hypochondriacs, they have to be on either, Marxist Muslim care or private insurance. So, they're paying for their own stuff for the most part, unless they're poor, in which case they're on Medicaid, in which case you'd be right. So you're partially correct, partially incorrect. HMO is cheaper. Okay, well, yeah, I know HMOs are cheaper. No, it may very well not be the insurance in and of itself. It may be that, yeah, you may have not gone to that doctor for a while and they retired your records. It's happened. Jason, my buddy from Aruba. Hey, Jason, I put my version of that video up today. It's doing pretty good. How did your version do? Is it getting good views? I meant to go look, but I haven't gotten around to it. I hope it's doing good for you. I was being facetious, Lou, but it is government subsidized, so yeah. Personally, I think the government should get out of the medical insurance industry, but completely, except for Medicare and Medicaid. But that's another subject. Oh, good. When's part 2 coming out? Yeah, I know, Lou, and I'm not particularly happy about that. I wish government would get out of the medical industry. Yeah, that is pretty good. Well, Sven, if the medical system in the U.S. is so damn bad, then why do we have medical tourism in this country from Canada and the UK and Europe? I see, when I was running medical offices and doing medical billing, I saw an awful lot of Canadians and an awful lot of Europeans coming over here to get medical treatment. Fact. Probably right. Venetiana finished NCW and then Nordic. No, man. Okay. Okay, part 2 in a couple of weeks. Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing that myself. In fact, I was there and I'm still looking forward to seeing it. I wasn't talking about the insurance, Lou. I was talking about the doctors and the availability of treatment. I wasn't talking about the insurance. In fact, a lot of those people paid cash when they came here, particularly the Canadians. I took in a lot of checks from Canadians paying for knee replacements and hip replacements and physical therapy. Again, facts. Yeah, well, that someone can be easily ignored, Jason. I know you will. The U.S. universal health care, not yet. They're trying, or at least some elements of the government are trying, but no, not yet. Noel Squad, good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome. All are welcome, even criminals. I kid. Sven sounds like Volusia Orange. Well, Sven lives in Germany. Germany's healthcare system is different from ours and different from a lot of European countries. He has a different perspective. Maybe the German system is better than a lot of other systems. I don't know much about the German system. When I was running medical offices, I didn't see a lot of German patients. I saw a lot of Canadian patients, French, English, Irish, Scottish, people from the Benelux countries, Danish, Norwegian. I saw 1 or 2 of those. Didn't see any Germans. So I can't speak to their healthcare system. Yeah, criminals. I'm sorry. I call my cousin that. He's my criminal relative. Um, and right now he is very, 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 very upset. He was expecting a 3-0 team, and they're 0-3, and he's very pissed off. He still has bragging rights over me because Florida State beat Florida last year, obviously. But right now he can't say a hell of a lot because Florida's 1-2. Now 1-2 is bad, but 1-2 is not 0-3. So, take it for what it's worth, right? Hang on, I'm checking something online. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, well, if you have 5 or 6 healthcare companies, they all have the same prices, then what's the point? Don't they compete with each other? I mean, well, then again, we're not talking about a capitalist system in Germany, so. Oh, okay. And I would ask the question, Vandy Danny, what is wrong with making money? Why is making money so demonized with this generation? I mean, an old saying comes to mind when I hear millennials and Gen Z people rail against profit. I said, name me a poor person that ever employed another person. But, whatever. Capitalism is what got you the electronics and everything that you use to rail against capitalism. So, you're kidding. Mississippi State and Florida beating Georgia? No, not going to happen. Did y'all know that mortgage means death grip? No, I did not know that. I disagree. Anyway, if Battle Angel's still here, is Lou okay? Really? I mean, is he really in pain? I really, I know he's not a thoughts and prayers guy, but if Lou really is in physical trouble, thoughts and thoughts to my friend Lou. Don't want to see that. Well, yeah, Noel Squad. That is true to a degree. Raj, it's funny because they're telling me what not to do to my channel for the sake of discrimination while being discriminate. What? How is putting an interview on your channel discriminatory? That doesn't make any sense. Oh my God. Yeah, would you please take him to the ER for God? He's having chest pains for a week and a half and he won't go to the doctor. Oh no, I can't say he won't go to the doctor, but he hasn't been to. Please, for the love of God, BA, take him to the doctor. He's too young for this. Was he 45? 45, 46? Yeah, please take him to the doctor and keep us appraised of that. My God. They're saying I interviewed someone associated to crimes? Me? How am I associated with crimes? But seriously, how am I associated with crimes? Because I'm Jewish? Oh, that's a stretch. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've been accused of supporting people who are engaged in genocide, whatever the fuck that means. Unbelievable. Yeah, me too, CJ. X already put me in timeout. Yeah, I used to be on Twitter like years and years and years ago. I quit. It's a cesspool. Don't vape. Really? I mean, really, Jason? I'm sorry that you know. I'm truly sorry that even one person decided to play the fool with you on your channel about that. That interviewing me is. For those of you who don't know, I did a long form interview with Jason Design Atelier a few weeks ago when I met him in Miami, and he's got part one on his channel, and I have a slightly longer version on my channel I released today. Evidently, because obviously my avatar is the Star of David, telegraphing to everybody that I'm Jewish, and in today's day and age, evidently being Jewish is now a crime against humanity, and evidently Jason is getting some blowback because he interviewed a Jew. Well, I appreciate that. I hope you took the comment down at least. Yeah, I just wasn't getting anything good out of Twitter, so I jumped out of that years ago. There's VicTube. He's here. Good to see you, sir. Hopefully VicTube will join us in a few minutes. I'll drop the link again, so if he wants to, he can do that. Yes, you did. For those of you who don't know, Jason created something called the Watch Pirate Hall of Fame. If he wants to explain what he thinks a watch pirate is, that's fine. But I was the first person inducted into the Hall of Fame. So actually, I am part of two Halls of Fames right now. I am the Watch Pirate #1 in the Design Atelier Hall of Fame. And I'm also a member of the YouTube Patreon Hall of Fame, which I joined in the first day he offered it. Yes. Jason is certainly no stranger to controversy. He doesn't go looking for it, but he does seem to attract it sometimes. By the way, Jason, great unboxing video on the Venezianico. What was that called? The oh god, what was that watch called? Why can't I remember the title? Anyway, I think I'm going to buy one of those. I think that's a really nice looking watch. It's definitely nicer looking than the PRX. No Squad, do I want Urban Meyer back? No, I don't. Grateful for what Arsenal. Thank you. That was nice. Yeah, I saw the case back on the website. It's beautiful. No, no Squad. I do not want Urban Meyer back. I am grateful for what he did for the school and the program and the national championships and the Heisman Trophy. And I don't trust him anymore. So no, I don't want him back. So it's Michael Hogue. Hoagie's back. Or, you know, some people think that Michael Hogue is Pizza Woman and Pizza Woman is Michael Hogue, but whatever. Good to see you, sir. Dr. Bob's Nightmare. Jason loves cats. No, he doesn't. This is a lie. They're sending you a case back. Okay, good. Sven, if you say that name again in here, I'm going to put you in timeout for a day. Or at least 5 minutes. I don't know who Florida's going to get for the next coach, but at this point, one problem at a time. Get rid of Napier, and then we'll worry about who the next guy is. Cody, big OSU. I'm guessing that is Ohio State. Feel the same way about Urban. Appreciate his contributions, but he's not who he used to be. No, he's not. And he's not welcome back in Gainesville as far as I'm concerned. So, Hoagie, where you been? I mean, I haven't seen you on my channel in a couple of months. Where you been, man? What have you been up to? What are you doing? What's good? Yeah, I know a couple of UF folks that think the same thing, and I put them down in the you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah. Get serious, right? Oh, that is Hoagie. I recognize that face.
Hey, sir, how you doing? Long time no speak.
Yeah, where you been, man?
I've been dealing with some health issues and stuff like that, and some personal issues.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Things are getting better. Uncle Lou thought I was in jail, but I wasn't. He actually thought about maybe putting a missing persons report on me, but didn't need to. So how things going with you, sir?
The what?
How is things going with you?
Oh, it's going all right. I got no complaints.
Yep, except I'm sure you're just as happy that Florida State's 0-3.
Oh yeah. That for me is an early Hanukkah present.
Yeah, but
Atlantic Owls. Who are the Atlantic Owls?
Florida Atlantic.
Oh, Florida Atlantic Owls. Which team would I prefer? I think is what you're asking, Dr. Bob. Well, being a Floridian, I guess if you held a gun to my head and say you gotta support one of the teams, I would go with the Florida team because I am a Floridian. I am a
I think.
Florida man after all.
All right, I got a serious question, Saleen, and I know this is gonna probably give me time out for the rest of my life, but I gotta ask you: was you surprised Miami ran roughshod over Florida the way they
Was I
did?
what? What?
Surprised? Was
No,
you
I wasn't
surprised?
surprised. No, I was not surprised that Miami beat Florida. In fact, I predicted that Miami would beat Florida. I'm not happy about it, but I predicted it.
Mm-hmm.
In
Not
fact,
bad. So,
I had Florida in preseason. I didn't do a video about it, but I've been talking about it since December. I only had Florida winning 3 games this year.
wow.
Stetson, either A&M or UCF, and Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
you
you
can
know
scratch
what?
that.
And since they've started the season, I don't think obviously they didn't beat A&M. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think they're going to beat Mississippi State. I mean, they might be Mississippi State. I don't think they're going to beat UCF.
Mm-hmm.
So
You see
I
him
think
pretty good.
Florida could very well end up 2-10.
Could be. You never know. Hey, one thing I was wanting to ask you is: you still got those G-Shock watches that had the NASA logo on there, or did you sell those a long time ago?
Which logo?
It had the space shuttle logo on there.
The space shuttle?
Yeah,
No, I got rid of it. You're talking about a G-Shock.
yeah, the G-Shocks.
No, I sold those. I sold those 2 years ago.
Oh, did you? I didn't know if you came across any more of them since then or not. That's why I was asking.
No, I think there have been 4 versions of NASA G-Shock collaborations,
Mm-hmm.
and those watches sell out like crazy, and nobody
Mm-hmm.
sells.
Mm.
But if you're trying to find one, I would recommend. You're on Facebook, obviously.
Yeah.
I would try and join all the G-Shock groups that you can find on there, and
Mm-hmm.
just start watching those groups and
Okay.
see if one of them comes up for sale, and
All
then
right.
be prepared to jump on it.
All right. One last thing before I let you go. It's kind of the Timex Iron Man watches falling off because it seems like G-Shocks are more popular than the Timex Iron Man watches now.
You're not coming in very clear, Sven. Slow down a little.
Okay, the Timex Iron Man watches. I used
Yeah,
to use it
time
when
to
I was in
time.
the army. Why are they falling off? And why is G-Shock more popular than those are?
G-Shock is I think G-Shock is a better marketer than Timex when it comes to the iron. Nobody talks about the Iron Man watches. They really don't.
Mm-hmm. And that's surprising because I used to wear one when I was in the army and stuff, but they're hard to find and stuff. But I was wondering. But hey, seriously, good to talk to you again, sir. I'll try to catch you again next Wednesday.
Okay,
All right, take care. See ya.
you bet. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
Yeah, I see a lot. I actually see Timex Ironmans quite often at Walmart of all places. Um, if you want to try and find one at Walmart, Walmart's a good place to look. But G-Shock is infinitely more popular than the Ironmans. And I would argue that Casio is a bigger company than Timex. Now, I mean, Jason here, Design Atelier, is a big G-Shock fanboy, so he might be able to speak to that a little bit. Yeah, that's a good point. G-Shock is more popular. G-Shock is also appealing with more markets, and they do tend to upgrade their tech quite often. I've never heard of Trafford. Let me look that up. I've never heard of the Trafford Watch Company. Ooh. No. not for me, sir. Not a fan of that style watch. No. I mean, some people like the square watches. That's generally not for me. But no interest in that watch at my end. Now, Jason might, he might like them. No problem, Hoagie. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Don't forget to click the thumbs up on the way out. Yeah, Dr. Bob is right. The Iron Man, the Iron Man watch falls under the category of if you know, you know. But most people don't know. That's the problem. So I got to step away for like 30 seconds. So if you all would just bear with me, I will be right back. There we go. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, CJ's got a Wi-Fi problem. I could tell you stories about some of the Wi-Fi problems I have around here sometimes, but I feel your pain, sir. Oh. Anyway, I'll drop the link again, see if anybody else wants to come in. Yeah, but now I wonder if Trafford has any other watches designs besides the Crossroads, because I've never heard of them before. I guess Jason has, but I have not. Hang on a minute. Let's do a random Rob type thing here. Share the screen. So Trafford has more than just the Crossroads. I like the Touring. The GMT looks pretty nice. I'm not a big fan of these square watches, though. Well, let's look at this one. See if we can pull this up. Can't get any better. No, these Roadsters are not bad. I'm not a big fan of this stripe, this asymmetric stripe, though. And these Touring GMTs, which I can't get a better picture of, they're listed as coming soon. So, Raj, I like this black, this one in the foreground with the blue part The kind of red hands. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, it's not a horrible looking watch. But the Crossroads are not for me. One of the first signs of conversation, people selling Rolexes. Well, actually, ironic that you say that. I'm looking possibly to sell, or actually more likely trade one of my Rolexes, which I don't really wear very often. But yeah, I guess, when people start selling the high-end watches to raise money, that might be an indication. No, I've never gone 17 days without Wi-Fi, but when Hurricane Ian hit me 2 years ago, we did lose Wi-Fi for 7 days. So that was no fun. We did get cell service back within 2 days because they started setting up portable towers and everything. And ironically, it looks like something is brewing in the Caribbean, which may or may not hit Florida next week. They really aren't giving it a lot of chance right now to develop into anything. But they say by midway, about a week from now, we should have a better idea of what it's going to do. But right now, the Hurricane Center says it'll form and then it might move northwest, which would be away from the state of Florida instead of towards it. But we've heard that before. No, this is well north of, well, you know what? Maybe I can pull that up on the screen here. Let's see, bookmark. National Hurricane Center. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The Hurricane Center, now this used to be Gordon, right here, the orange part. Right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse pointer. But the orange thing used to be Tropical Storm Gordon, which weakened out, and it might redevelop, but it's going to be a fish killer. But this yellow blob here in the in the Caribbean, which is far away from where Jason is in Aruba, which is off the coast of South America. They say a broad area of low pressure could form late this weekend or early next week over Northwest Caribbean. Some slow development is possible while it moves slowly to the north or northwest. So if it moves northwest or north, if it moves northwest, it could take it towards Louisiana and Texas. If it moves north, it could take it to Mississippi, Alabama, Florida Panhandle, and Georgia. If it moves northeast, it could hit my part of Florida. So obviously, we're still a week or so away from knowing what this blob is going to do. But something to keep an eye on, because this time of year, that's when shit happens that affects my side of the state of Florida. Right now, the stuff that might or might not come off Africa is pretty much over with. Now it's the Caribbean that we have to worry about. I see you in the background. Can you turn on your camera? Pointed at you. Oh, you're in your car. Tiger Baskins.
Hold on, I have to turn my camera around. What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. Vandy Dandy, you're right. It was supposed to be a strong, active season, and so far it's not, which I am eternally grateful for.
Oh, he's talking about hurricane season.
Well, I was briefly.
Got it.
We're talking about anything on this channel, sir.
Oh, good. Well, it's. I mean, do you think the hurricane season was stronger than Florida and Florida State season so far?
I see what you did there. Well, so far, I mean, we have to argue that Miami is running the state right now.
And they are the Hurricanes, so
yeah. And if they can beat, I mean, they'll play USF this weekend, and they'll beat them. And then they play Florida State at some point in the near future, and if they beat them, they pretty much beat 3 of the 4 major programs. Well, they can't beat 3 of the 5. I mean, they can't beat themselves. But if they beat Florida State, then they pretty much run the state in 2024, don't they?
That's crazy because it's a really down year for the state of Florida. So it's almost like Miami just has a super weak schedule.
Well, they do play in the ACC, so.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Have they played any good teams this year so far, Miami?
Not as far as I know.
Got it. Well,
I don't think they played anyone decent. I mean, they got to play a few decent teams or half decent teams pretty soon, but they have a pretty easy path to winning a conference title.
Yeah.
They have to get past Clemson, though.
I guess when you think about it like that, or when you say it like that, it'll be Miami and Florida State, right? It'll be them 2 going at it.
Well, Florida State's out of it.
I didn't mean Florida State. Sorry, Miami and Clemson.
I think it'll be Miami and Clemson in the ACC title.
Yeah.
And they probably will both make the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, I guess that's a. I guess that would be a realistic thing. But anyways, I mean, away from football, how have you been?
I've been okay. Oh, VidTube's in the back. Hang on, let me bring it on.
Oh, snap. You bringing on 2 Georgia fans?
Yeah. What's up?
I'll talk to anybody,
Got it. What's up, Big Two?
But yeah, I'm doing okay. No complaints.
Vic Two, how's the transplant going?
Transplant? What transplant?
I thought it was public. You know, when you were you got the private part transplant. Basically, Saleen, he got an extension, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I did not get an extension.
Oh, so you got it. Okay, well, all right. Well, good luck whenever you do get it.
Not crazy.
Well, I guess I gotta ask Vic then, since he's a dog fan. Vic,
see you later, Jason. Thanks.
Right. Well, I would
receive 9 Panerais. Nice.
Right. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Billy Napier get it.
You said get fired?
No, he wants to get Napier to get an extension for life.
Yeah, wouldn't mind. He got.
Oh.
Napier is. I'm still going to stay with my prediction that Napier will be done at the earliest when Tennessee beats him, and the latest is when Georgia beats him.
That'll probably be when he gets fired right after the cocktail.
But you know what? If Mississippi State blows Florida out, he might be done. He might be done that after that.
Y'all don't think he'll make it through the season?
No. No.
The only way Napier makes it through the season is if he has a picture of Strickland and the boosters and a herd of goats.
Yeah, to know who's left on the schedule that you could sides.
You know, a lot
Okay.
of road noise, TB.
Well, and this game. Yeah, go win. Yeah, I think
Wait, what did you say, Saleen?
yeah, I think in this game, but then after that, I don't know who else you could beat aside from State.
I think they're going to have I think Florida's going to have a hard time beating Mississippi State.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know how Mississippi State is. I don't know how Florida's favored by 6 on the road.
Well, probably has something to do with that Mississippi State got blown out by Toledo.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I was gonna say, Saleen, if you get the chance, can you send me that link with Strickland and Napier and the goats?
Yeah, if I get that link, I'll send it over to you. No problem.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, man.
I think I cannot imagine that there's anything really holding Napier in place other than incriminating evidence against people with money.
Yeah, I know. Well, it seems. I mean, from what I keep hearing, is y'all are ready to pay the buyout.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing too. They've already raised the money to buy him out. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for.
I don't know. I mean, just
I
like
wouldn't wait much longer. I mean, go find a coach now before early signing day.
yeah,
But you know, it ain't my decision, I guess.
Well, Vic, what'd you think of our game against Kentucky?
Our game against Kentucky, yeah, it was. It was bad. Yeah.
Do you think maybe if we would have ran it up the middle 30 more times, that eventually that defense would have stopped covering the middle? You said what? You said what?
I imagine as a Georgia fan, that was a hard game to watch.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, that was tough. It was very, very tough. But just for me though, I think it was so funny being able to just predict the play call. Like I remember, what was it? It was towards the end of the game, and we were trying to kind of finish out kind of clutch the game up. And I remember, I remember saying, I was like, man, right here, I said, I'm pretty sure Bobo is going to go for a tight end slip screen. He's going to go for a tight end slip screen, and as soon as he does, it's going to be open. We'll catch it. We'll be done. And it was the first slip screen he ran. I may have been the second, but the second slip screen he ran the entire game, and it was open. And I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know if he runs it up the middle all the time to set up other plays. Like, I have no idea what his. I don't know. It's just tough. I think we were just spoiled by Monken and his ability to get players the ball in open field and open space.
Yes, we were.
So yeah, it's tough. I mean, now I feel like I feel bad complaining to a Florida fan, but you know.
Well, you know, not everything is perfect in the land of bulldogs.
No,
There you go. There you go. That's a good way to put it.
it's not.
Well, you know, every team has vulnerabilities, even Georgia.
Well, I just hate that those vulnerabilities showed up the game before we play Alabama.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but you got a bye week to fix things.
Yeah, don't worry. We got those. Bama's gonna be eating the rat poison for for 2 weeks off of a big win against Wisconsin. And we almost lost to Kentucky. So
Yeah, I guess when you put it like that.
Well, you got to admit that Bama didn't look terrible,
No, they didn't.
and Bama's going to be a tough get. Now, where's the game being played?
At Alabama.
Okay, well, it's not going to be the easiest game that Georgia ever played.
no.
Certainly, it's winnable by both teams.
Yeah.
I think Georgia's a stronger team. They hope. I shouldn't say hopefully, because I hope they both lose. But Georgia should prevail. It'll probably be a very tight game.
Yeah, I hope so. And we got Tate Ratledge is going to be out for several weeks. So.
Well, he just had the surgery done that Brock Bowers had done, that tightrope surgery.
Right.
So that's a good thing to know. He will be back.
Maybe we can get him, and maybe we can get him back in time for Texas game. But yeah, or maybe game. Yeah,
you got to play Texas too.
Back for the Florida game, but yeah,
We got to play Texas.
I wouldn't even play him for the Florida game. It's a waste of talent.
Yeah, you're right.
I would say play your first string for the first half, get that lead built out real nice, and then put in your second stringers for the second half.
Well, this is the tough part, and Vic, you can tell me what you think about this. You've got a lot of people who dislike Bobo's play call. You got a lot of people saying that it's not Bobo, it's the players, that they can't execute it. So, okay. What happens if Bobo goes into this next game against Alabama and he craps the bed the way he did last year against them? Is it going to be the players' faults again?
Yeah, I don't really know whose fault it is, and I mean I'm not really assigning fault. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna blame everyone. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of my thing right now. Is it's a weird phenomenon, I would say, because you got people not wanting to put the blame on him at all, and they defend him with their life type deal. But my thing is Carson Beck. Okay. Here's another one. Vic, do you think Shedeur Sanders is a good quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he'll be drafted in the first round?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the problem at Colorado? Is it the play call?
Offensive line is a big problem.
So where I'm getting at is, how is it that Carson Beck doesn't look as good as Shedeur Sanders when Carson Beck is surrounded by nothing but 5 stars?
I don't know, because he doesn't have Travis Hunter. I don't know.
I'm saying it.
Well, because also because he's playing in the Big 12. Yeah, I think playing in the Big 12 helps. Where the defenses aren't as good as they are in the SEC.
Well, let me ask a question, if I may. I thought Mike Bobo, a lost tiger. Anyway, I thought Mike Bobo was some kind of folk hero to Georgia.
Well,
Why
he
is everyone shitting on Mike Bobo?
He's a folk hero to some because he used to be the offensive coordinator of Georgia. So yeah, it was kind of like the
Okay, my bad. You guys hear me?
Didn't Mike Bobo used to play quarterback for Georgia?
Yes, he did. He was also a Georgia quarterback. That too.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. So before you dropped out, I was trying to say that Shedeur Sanders also plays in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Yes, agree. I agree with that.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think.
Are you trying to
South
shave? Are you trying to shave, TB? It sounds like an electric razor. Yeah.
Really?
Bzz, 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 bzz. Yeah.
Let me leave and come right back.
All right.
Yeah.
He also sounds like he's in the middle of a canyon or something. Anyway, also maybe you know the answer to this.
Where are you? What planet? What planet are you on right? What planet are you on right now? You sound like you're trying to call in from Mars. You sound like you're trying to call in from Mars.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Vic, I keep hearing. I've heard some people say that that Sanders he has two kids on the team. Obviously, one of them is Shedeur, but if there's another Sanders on there, who's the other one?
It's Shiloh.
Shiloh? What
Shiloh,
position is he?
but but he's out right now. He broke his arm, so.
Oh, that's Jesus. Okay, well, it wasn't Hunter though. Hunter's not his kid.
No, Travis Hunter is not his kid. No. He's kind of started treating him like his kid, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't see Amada in there. Good to see you, my dear. RTR. Okay, well, whatever. Vandy says Texas is the new Georgia. Well, they got to beat Georgia to prove that, don't they? And Texas plays Georgia, don't they?
Yes.
But it's in Athens.
Yes, I don't know. The question is, I don't know if it's going to be Quinn Ewers playing or if it's going to be Arch Manning. Because it looks like maybe Arch Manning has arrived. I mean, he looked good against UTSA. I mean, that's what the Texas fans are saying, that Arch should start the rest of the season.
Florida fans are saying that Lagway should start the rest of the season. I'm thinking to myself, really? You know, He looked great against the high school team, and he didn't look so good against the college team.
Yeah.
He won't be there anyway next year. He's going to leave.
Yeah, he's going to go somewhere else. He's probably going to transfer to Auburn. Yeah.
Well, good on him.
You think that? Mm-hmm.
They go from one bad program to another. Okay.
Yes, he can do that. Yes.
He might be better off staying in Florida, seeing what the new regime will do.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully he won't sue the program like
I'm back.
Jaden.
Yeah, I don't think that lawsuit's going to go anywhere. You can try.
Can you hear me?
I don't know, TB, you sound like you're in a daycare. Yeah, Sancho, you're right. I think Texas Georgia is going to be I don't think would be. I think it will be a top 5 matchup.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
If Georgia gets past Alabama, if Georgia beats Alabama, it stays in the top 5, and Texas keeps going the way they are. Texas Georgia game might be a preview of the national championship or something. I don't know. All I know is Florida is as far away from the playoff picture as Colorado is. Jesus. I don't know who's better, Vic, Colorado or Florida.
Okay, my bad. Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah, but what's going on in the background?
There is a damn baby that's crying away. It's not even breathing. It's not even taking time to breathe. It's just a repetitive over and over. I'm going to mute you guys until it stops.
That's what babies do.
I get it.
I
Okay.
just asked Vic. I don't know where he went, but I just asked Vic, who's better, Florida or Colorado?
Yeah, I just said Florida. Yeah.
Oh, well, your microphone was off or something.
Yeah, I think Florida would beat Colorado. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Who's a better coach, Neon Dion or Sunbelt Billy?
Yeah, definitely Sunbelt Billy. Yeah. I mean, at least because I mean, at least he recruits.
Yeah, no, I'll give Napier that. He
You know,
can
at least your football program is not a reality show. I mean, yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not a circus like it is at Colorado. So.
Oh, by the way, I saw a score today, which I missed from earlier, and I should say congratulations to you. Evidently, your Falcons pulled out a last-minute victory over the Eagles.
Right. Yeah. That's right. We did. Yes.
I bet Salida is happy about that.
That was our first win for the Falcons. Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yes, but the Eagles did really it was the Eagles giving it away at the end because they played like a prevent defense on the final drive, so they just let us nickel and dime our way down the field to score the game winning touchdown. And then on the other side on defense, we got an interception to seal the game.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, coach. So this Dion
you got
on YouTube thought that Dion ain't leaving after his son goes to the No Fun League.
He was talking to me.
Well, I mean, maybe, but maybe Shiloh, because of his injury, he might end up coming back next year, which could mean that Dion could stay. But
so the Kansas City hasn't changed the name of the team to the Swifties.
No, they have not.
Well, that's a matter
you guys,
of time. What?
You guys can hear me.
Yeah.
Good. No baby crying in the back.
No
baby in the back.
No.
We dealt with the problem.
You didn't kill it, did you?
No. It'll just be away for a long time.
Yeah, there's no more crying. You're not echoing. There's no more buzzing. So
good. I'm on top of the school right now. But so I was gonna say, my point was, yes, Shador plays in a lesser conference, but you think of like Cam Ward that's at Miami. He didn't play in the SEC. He didn't play against good defenses. How is he all of a sudden at Miami playing good? Right. He's playing against better defenses.
Right.
You see what I'm getting at is.
He wasn't bad last year. I mean he put up good numbers at Washington State. Didn't win a lot. but
Yeah, but that's my point is Cam Ward put up great numbers the last 2 years.
yeah,
So, but Shador Sanders put up great numbers. So
right.
what I'm saying is, how can you have a first round quarterback in Carson Beck, and all of a sudden South Carolina's quarterback throws the ball better than Carson Beck does? What are we
Huh.
doing? Like, oh, you know what? Hey, guys, if that's the case, let's trade Carson Beck for South Carolina's quarterback. Is everybody okay with that?
No.
No.
No, hell no. It's because South Carolina, when you go back and you watch their game against Kentucky, what did South Carolina not do? Well, hold on. First off, you think Georgia's offensive line is better than South Carolina's?
Yeah.
Yes, every single position we have on our team is better than every single position on South Carolina's team. So what was the difference? Like, the biggest difference was when you go back and you watch that game, or you go back and you see they didn't run the ball the first 2 plays and then pass it on 3rd and long. What's up, dude? It's like, that's what I'm trying to figure out is where we are as a team to go. Stop trying to wear teams down in the first half and then expect to win in the second half. You did it against Clemson. You thought it would work against Alabama last year, and then you just did it against Kentucky, and it didn't work. Like, Bobo, this is not 1945 where we play with a rubber strap across our cheeks. Like, come on, dude.
Yes, it'd be 1945.
So, anyways, that's my frustration is every single first down that we're trying to get, it's 3rd and 9, and Bobo's running an 8-yard out route. It's 3rd and 7, we're running a 6-yard out route. I kid you not, it was 3rd and 3, and he had 3 players run curl routes on the first down marker 3 yards away.
Yes, I know.
The defense gets a great turnover. It's a fumble on the 22-yard line. 2 straight run plays, and then what does he do? 3rd and 11, he passes he tries to throw it to a running back 3 yards out of the backfield that would not have gotten a first down. It's like he just struggles. He has anxiety. And I think David Pollock was even saying we were the worst 3rd down team amongst the top 10 teams in the nation last year. Like, I don't know. He just struggles dialing up plays. And that's what's frustrating as crap to me is we have too good of players to be struggling against Kentucky.
But you always seem to struggle against Kentucky.
Yeah. Well.
You always
Well, they
win.
also had Will Levis and Chris Rodriguez the last time we played them.
Right. Yeah. The last 3 times that we've played at Kentucky, we have struggled. So.
Yeah, but the last time that we played them, where Todd Monken played against them, I know that he doesn't play defense, but they had Will Levis and Chris Rodriguez.
Right.
And it's like Brock Vandegrift is not Will Levis.
Right. Well, that one was at home. This was on the road. So.
Wait,
I mean,
no, I'm talking about 2 years ago.
When we've played Kentucky at home, we've Lexington.
Yeah, we destroyed them last year. I'm talking about 2 years ago. Monken's last year.
What the hell is that?
Anyways, I don't know. Like I said, I think I'm just ranting. But I'm also not one of these Georgia fans that's like, just be happy with a win. It's like, no, because you can see down the road. It's like we had an undefeated season last year, but we saw where the play calling struggled.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
what
not
happened?
a Disney dog. So.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying I'm not one of these people, though, that gets happy about just winning. Because we saw last year in the regular season where we struggled. Then we play Alabama. And guess what? Those struggles come to light.
Yes.
So that's all I'm saying is that I just hope the game plan's different.
I think that sound was Tiger Baskins was getting a phone call or something.
Man, I'm sorry, bro. I feel like I'm having more technical difficulties than Pete.
Your phone was buzzing.
Got it. I'm just saying, I feel like I'm having more technical difficulties than Pete does.
Well, nobody has more technical difficulties than Pete.
um, well, anyways,
See,
like I said, I think what Kentucky did, which I thought was a great game plan by them, is they knew Georgia was going to try to establish the line of scrimmage, and they knew we would run the ball to do it, right? And I think that's why they had 8 in the box, and they just disguised who was blitzing each time, and they just blitzed us. First and second down, they blitzed us. And that's why you saw it very hard for us to establish, the run game, because they went all out. It's almost like they risked it. They basically said, like, look, even if we go for it and we blitz, it's not going to matter. So, of course, there's a train in the background. You guys have heard a baby, you've heard a train, you've heard echo and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
But yeah, I just think Kentucky played it. I just think they had a great game plan. I think they played it very smart, and they made us have to adjust, and we never did. We just kept being stubborn and said, you know what? No, we're going to run it right up the teeth. And they were like, okay, we're going to keep blitzing in the teeth. So that's where I think we saw last year, not last year, but 2 years ago. I know Vic remembers this, but we would use Oscar Delp or Brock Bowers a lot in going in motion, and we'd have him going in motion behind the line of scrimmage. And then as the ball is snapped, we'd end up letting him be the slip screen. So, and that would get him in open space. And it's just like now, like all that stuff's just out the window. Now we're back to, run, pass, run, halfback screen or halfback draw. So it just looks the same. Like I said, I don't know. Vic, am I overreacting?
No.
Thank you. I was about to say, don't say yes. Saleen, am I overreacting?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
it's just one game. If this becomes a pattern, then I can understand.
Agreed. Which is what's crazy is it has a very high chance of becoming a pattern because of our next opponent. If we were playing Florida next week, we'd blow Florida out and everybody would be like, oh, it's just one game. But if this happens 2 games in a row, especially going into, Tuscaloosa, I'm just curious what the excuses are going to be. I don't think there's going to be any more excuses. You can't say, oh, it was the players, you know what I mean? You're not going to be able to blame them. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, look, I'll shut up, man. I know it's not supposed to be nothing but football, but I'll shut up. I'm going to go into school, and I'm going to go watch some sports and then work out. So, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to continue to listen, though.
Well, I'm going to be shutting down in about 10 minutes anyway because gotta leave. But I appreciate you being on here, and I don't think you're overreacting. I think one game is one game, but if the bad play calling continues and
I got you.
troubles continue, then I think you got something to worry about.
Agreed. Well, thank you guys. And, I love all y'all.
No need to panic yet.
Sounds good. Well, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah.
All right, see you, bud.
I mean, if y'all really want to see panic, go look at Gator Nation. Gator Nation's in panic.
Yes.
We are in fucking, somebody save us mode. Please, dear God, save us.
Somebody save us.
Well, I really thought that Napier was going to get done on Sunday or Monday. When Monday rolled around and there wasn't a press conference announcing, that he's getting shit canned.
Nope.
I was dismayed and I was a little surprised.
You guess so. Billy Napier said that there have been no conversations
Yeah, that's a lie.
about his future. Yeah, that he has had no conversations about his future.
You know what? He may not be lying, but
Right.
if he doesn't realize that he's 1 millimeter away from the abyss, then he's a bigger fool than I think he is.
Yes, I think that y'all do lose to Mississippi State, then he probably will
Yeah,
get fired on Monday.
and I think the fact that Florida is favored by 6, and so far, I mean that's the line today anyway. Florida's favored by 6 on the road, and if they lose to Mississippi State in that game, yeah, he will be gone.
Yes, because if you lose this game, you're not winning another game. If you can't even beat Mississippi State, then you're going 1-11.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there might be a slim chance against UCF, but that would be the last game that is winnable, quote unquote, a winnable. I mean, not even the Kentucky game is winnable.
Oof.
And I think the Kentucky game is being played in Gainesville.
Right.
Yeah, I think if Florida loses to Mississippi State, he's done. If he wins, then he can lose to UCF and still hold on. But then that makes the Tennessee game a must-win for his job. If he wins in Starkville, then the next opportunity to get rid of him is Tennessee. And Tennessee will rip Florida a new one. That's just too much team. In Knoxville? No. I mean, even if Florida had a decent team to go against that Tennessee team, a win in Knoxville would be a big ask. But yeah, that's just too much to overcome. Albert, even if UF is not going to be bowl eligible, it would take. I mean, Jesus Christ as quarterback couldn't will this team to bowl eligibility. There's just not enough, not only do we not have the X's and O's, we don't have the Jimmies and the Joes. That's the old saying. There's just no way. Foosball is the devil. Yeah, but we could sure use that. We could sure use Adam Sandler on that team right now. Whatever his name was in the movie. I forgot his name in the movie.
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. Yeah, we could use a little Bobby Boucher right now. Yeah, Florida hasn't had a defense in a long time. Florida not having a defense prevented them from winning the SEC back in 2020. Because that team went toe-to-toe with Alabama, who was, I believe, the national champion, right? In 2020?
No,
if Florida had an inkling of a defense, they could have beaten Alabama.
They made it to the national championship, but they lost to Georgia.
Wait a minute.
They were talking about 2021, right? That's the year that we beat Bama in the national championship game.
Wait a minute. I thought Bama won the Natty in the COVID season.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was the team. That
oh,
was when Florida had that
oh, okay.
incredible offense. Trask and all that.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the last time y'all played Bama. Y'all only lost to them by 1 point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
in
gave the national
2021.
champions all
Right.
they could handle.
2020. Oh yeah, 2020 was
Yeah.
when y'all played them in the
All in the
SEC
SEC.
championship where there was no defense in that game on either side. Ended up being like 60 something to
It
50
was a
something.
track. It was a
Yeah.
track. All we had to do was play defense one time, and we would have beat Alabama and gone to the Natty.
Yes.
All
Yes.
we had to do
Probably.
was play defense one series, and we didn't. And we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
We
Sure. And
couldn't do it.
then a playoff team in that. But
Todd fucking Grantham.
oh yes.
Todd fucking Grantham. Jesus Christ.
Todd. Oh yes. Todd Grantham. Yes.
I wonder what he's doing now.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
I am now
know.
curious
Yeah.
as to where Todd Grantham is.
Yeah. I have no idea what he's doing now. Might be coaching a high school somewhere. I don't know.
Defensive line coach for the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, okay. He's in the NFL. Okay. He's in
You're
the.
fucking kidding me. Somebody actually hired him.
Yes. Someone in the No Fun League actually hired Todd Grantham.
Oh my fucking God. He brought Third and Grantham to the New Orleans fucking Saints.
Well, I mean, the Saints are actually playing good so far, but
Yeah, but are they playing defense?
yeah, they're
Well, he's only the defensive line coach, so he can't do that.
he can't blitz on every play, so because he's only a defensive line coach.
Sven wants to know, did you send Barkley a present for dropping that pass?
No, but I guess I should. But
Send him a nice pass.
I mean, I don't know his address. So
Raj. Anyway, Vic, I got to sign off, so I'm gonna let you go. When's your next stream, sir? Plug your next stream for
yeah,
me.
it's gonna be on Friday, but I am going to be doing an early stream on Friday because I got a football game to.
What time is your stream on Friday?
I know it'll be at like 3, I guess.
Oh, good. I can try. I have a dentist appointment on Friday, but I should be home by then, so I will try and get there. Yay! I have a dentist appointment. I love my fucking dentist. It hurts so good.
You do.
No, well, he's a good guy. Can't understand a word he says though. He's Russian. We have a lot of Russian expats in this area, and he's really a good dentist, and he hires really nice dental techs. But I swear to you, when he talks, he sounds like my grandfather. You can barely understand him. Anyway, I'll try. I'm gonna make a point to be on there, Vic. So I'll talk to you on Friday.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
Yes. See you later, Dane.
You betcha. And thank you all in the chat. I hope you were entertained for a couple of hours. I certainly enjoyed myself. I certainly hope that Battle Angel gets Lou to the doctor very quickly. I did not know that Lou was having health problems, and I'm sure that game against Kentucky didn't help. Lou, if you're still listening, go see a fucking doctor. Life is more interesting with you here than not. So please go see a doctor. Keep us apprised of what's going on. All the rest of you, thanks for stopping by. I enjoyed myself. We'll do it all again next week for episode 196 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with your boy, SaleenDriver. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out. I appreciate it. I hope you all will have a good rest of the week and enjoy the games coming up next weekend. And even though it's a useless gesture on my part, I will say it anyway. Go Gators! Fuck you, haters. And I'm out.